Everybody, Economic Ninja here. I've got some vital information about the Bitcoin price currently and the XRP price because we are about to make another move. And 3 days ago, I made a video talking about there's a coming pullback in XRP. I also talked about Bitcoin going over 100,000. Type 1, if you remember that, so people don't think that I'm talking out of my butt. The reason why I say this is because I don't run a very fancy channel, right? However, I do take this investment very serious. It is where most of my net worth is now, especially after this last pump. And I leave all of the technical stuff to my team, like Crypto Trader Joe and Dylan. You know, you got lifetime, trader and full-blown author in the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency space, right? I do my own trades. I'm going to share with you the information right now about what's coming in XRP, what I believe, which may be hard to believe. And we're going to talk about Bitcoin dominance and what's going on there and when to expect an XRP pop. Real quick, I've decided not to tell anyone on the channel. I'm doing it for my the people that are on the newsletter, which I don't sell your information or that stuff. It's a way for me to build a network of people that want to get the video. So every day I put out a summary of what's going on in the world, economy, and the videos I put out on all these different platforms. Because the algorithm in the past hasn't wanted to be too nice to the channel, okay? So it's not for marketing other than I do if I run sales on courses, which right now I've got a 2-hour flash sale if you want to go check it out for Bitcoin XRP Accelerator, the Crypto Trader Pro, and the Tax Liens and Deeds or Tax Lien Master, that course bundle. Now, my friend and pro trader, crypto trader, it's all he does with his life, Crypto Joe, alerted everybody in the group, I think it was on November 1st or 2nd, told everyone, hey, get ready. We're now a day or two away from the beginning of the altcoin pop. And that's exactly what happened. So I just got off the phone with him and we talked about a lot of things. And one of the things was that email address, if you sign up for it, that's where I'm going to tell you what I'm about to make my move on, because there are a couple of new cryptos that I have I've owned in the past because of trading positions, but I'm going to take a little bit of a longer term hold on them because of what's about to come in XRP. And I believe you're going to have an effect, a pulling effect from the XRP network on these other two cryptos, okay? I have not bought them yet because I'm expecting a little bit less. There's a candle right now on XRP that if we don't hold it, we should have it pull back a little bit more, which would be great news for people trying to accumulate. We should also be seeing Bitcoin coming down underneath $100,000 in the next handful of hours. And the reason why is because it popped up, it hit its all-time high of 105 or something like that, I remember. And it's going to pull back, right? However, what we are seeing, Joe and I agree, is $120,000 Bitcoin price. This is not financial advice. I'm not saying go run out and buy it right now because of that. Before as early as end of January, okay? And my personal belief, where I thought we were going to be topping at 120,000 in this cycle, is now getting pushed over to the $250,000 range during this Bitcoin halvening cycle. All right. So let's just dive into a couple of stories, and it's really good info that you're going to need to make the best price decisions. All right. First story is out of CoinGate, and it's XRP price plunges 25% as BTC hits 100,000. Is the Ripple rally done? So I warned everyone about this 3 days ago. I said, get ready, healthy pullback. We need it. And I used an analogy of a rubber band or a slingshot with a little bit of XRP in there, gets pulled back under tension and launches. I'm going to show you a lot of really cool logic that backs up my thesis on a much higher XRP price. It says the XRP price has suffered a harsh reversal in the past couple of days, erasing some of its gains made recently. This plunge happened because even as the BTC price surged to over 100,000, so is the end of the Ripple price bull run. It says XRP has been in the spotlight after rising almost 500% between November 1st and December 3rd. How many of you have made a ton of money in XRP or saw your net worth just explode? Just hashtag XRP down below if that's you. It says in the short term, Ripple's rebound could, and please understand, these authors don't understand the difference between Ripple, which is a private company about to be public, and the XRP blockchain or the XRPL. It's a big difference, all right? In the short term, XRP's rebound, because the author doesn't even know the difference, could depend on where it ends at ends the day at. On the daily chart, the coin seems to be forming either a hammer or a doji candlestick pattern. We're looking at the doji right now. I know it sounds crazy. It's not D-O-G-E, it's D-O-J-I. It's a technical analysis term. If you want to learn all this stuff, really cool course down below. It's like, I don't know how much percentage is up. It's a big sale. Joe will teach you all that stuff. And we're also going to hammer fundamentals in that course. And a lot of people are getting a lot out of it for, I think, the cost of $200 or the Bitcoin 101 for $99. I'm not joking. I'm going to tell you this. I believe you're going to save more money and time in losing money or trying to figure out how to do all this by buying the courses. That's why we built the course. That's why we're selling so many courses. Praise God. We're selling a lot of courses and it's helping a lot of people. But it says right here, the hammer is made up of a small body and a longer shadow. I'm not going to read this part. It says, therefore, if the price of XRP ends up on the day at $2.17, it's likely to rebound, potentially, to the year-end high of $2.90. I think it's going much higher. I think we're going to actually see over $4 by January. Now, don't take this as advice, okay? I'm going to do with a bro hawk and a dream. I've been a crypto trader since 2017. I've made incredible amount of money doing it. I've also lost a lot of crypto the hard way. That's why I want to teach people how to only win and not lose, right? But one of the things about losing that a lot of people don't realize is knowing when to sell or when to shave off your profits. I'm hearing too many people getting so hyped up, and you're going to start seeing stories, I'll be reporting on them, of people borrowing money against their homes value to put this into this. I saw the exact same thing when Bitcoin went over 17,000. That's a bad thing. So now I'm going to bring you to this next story. This is out of Zero Hedge, and it's entitled Bitcoin's Roadmap to 100,000. Sorry. Stan Chart says institutional flows are upon us. Now, this is the really cool fundamentals that I want to share with you. In April of 2023, when Bitcoin was trading around 27,000, Standard Charter's Jeffrey Kendrick predicted a run-up to 100,000 level by the end of 2024. My partner did the same. And actually, what's really cool, unlike these stories, you can go and see all of what Simplistic Trades is, Joe's channel on X. He would timestamp them all, and he calls it timestamps don't lie. And he goes out and says, this is what the price of Bitcoin's about to do if it does this. And getting off the phone with him the other day, I said, hey, an hour ago, I said, Joe, where are we at with Bitcoin? He goes, we have an 80% probability of it running to 120,000 by the end of December. I said, all right. Let's make it a little bit more realistic. Let's say the end of January. He goes, okay. But that's what he said. And that's because we have an 80% probability if the price does one thing, as opposed to an 80% probability if the price does another thing. And that's all it is percentages. That's what you're doing. It's like, and most people don't understand how technical analysis works. Fibonacci lines, all these incredible little tools that over the time have proven themselves to be a great strategy to use when picking investments, right? Now, what we're looking for right now that's very important, because there's an important relationship between Bitcoin and the rest of the market, okay? Bitcoin's a leader. Bitcoin has first mover advantage. Bitcoin has something called Bitcoin dominance. And right now, we're looking for Bitcoin dominance. Let me see where it's at right now in CoinMarket. It's a different number depending on what trading software you use. Right now, we're sitting at 54.49% of the entire market, okay? Bitcoin has a 54% dominance rate. 54.5. We're looking for it to close under where it is right now today. If it does, we're looking at an altcoin pop that could be coming. But Bitcoin still has a pretty strong dominance because of this run over 100,000. As a matter of fact, it's about to go under 100,000 right now. So my point being is that when we see Bitcoin do its run, all the alts sort of take a back seat. People push money into Bitcoin because of trading pairs. They run a few percent, 3, 4, maybe 6 or 7% high. Bitcoin takes a slowdown. And then what people do is they pull profits. That slowdown in price is actually people selling. So as they sell, more and more people sell, the Bitcoin price starts to come down. And where does that money flow? It can flow two different ways. It can flow into a stable coin. Sometimes, a lot of times it does. Or it flows into alts. If enough of that money coming off of Bitcoin flows into alts, we now have another alt pop. I believe you're going to see an alt pop. Don't quote me on this, but I'm going to tell you my thoughts. All right. So everyone can remember. So 3 days from now, I'm probably going to say, hey, remember when I said that? I think in the next 3 to 4 days, you could see XRP dip lower, but then it's going to start to move. And I believe it's going to start to move because of news coming out, whether it's about the SEC or the Ripple stablecoin coming out. It looks like it's been held off for just a little bit of time. But this is what this story talks about. ETFs. Now, this is where it's really going to take, XRP is going to explode in the future, because the ETF for XRP, I expect to be out by March, all right? The end of March, let's say. When this happens, so much money is going to flow into these funds are going to allow your pension funds, private money, hedge fund money, to flow in and buy shares of the ETF, and then the ETF is going to go and buy XRP. It's not going to buy it on the open market, more than likely, unless there's a big dip. It will buy it through over-the-counter trades set up by large facilities like Coinbase. All right. Coinbase likes to do this. They make a good clip of money doing this. And the hedge funds like this, or the ETFs, because they have a stable sort of liquid area where they can go in and buy at a certain price. All right. So this is a chart right here of the holders of the 9 new ETFs. We're talking about Bitcoin ETFs by investor category. All right. These are, now remember, we were wanting just one ETF last year. We've now got a lot of ETFs, right? And since that ETF was created, the first Bitcoin ETF, was it January, mid-January, end of January last year, early February, I started telling people it's time to buy Bitcoin, because all of this money, this same thing I'm telling you that's coming to XRP this next year, happened last year. And that's when we started selling these courses, and we found a lot of success teaching people these fundamentals. Once you get the fundamentals down, the technical analysis will take your skills to another level, right? Because you see TA on a different level when you understand the fundamentals. And the fundamentals keep your emotions in check. Hopefully you understand that. Guys, if you understand, give me an emoji of anything. Just give me an emoji if you understand what I'm talking about, the difference between technical analysis and fundamentals. It's why you need both. That's why I put the course together, to teach you both. I want strong traders. I want people that are constantly winning. All right. So out of these holders of the 9 new ETFs by investor, think about this. You've got hedge fund managers, holding companies, private equity, insurance companies, investment advisors, pension fund, trusts, government, brokerage, bank, family office, and venture capital. All of that. Does any of that show you retail investors? Type yes or no. I know it's backwards. Sorry. I can't flip it. But my point being, is it backwards? Let me know if the image is backwards. I can never tell. My point being is that when you see this, you don't see retail buying these. And this is big money. Ironically, they're using a lot of your money through your pensions, but they get to keep the bulk of the gains. That's really sad to me. It's really sad. Think about this. The bulk of the gains they get to keep, because they take it out of your gains in the form of fees. This is why it's very important for you to understand what's going on right now, and for you to start learning how to invest in cryptocurrency. And when I'm talking about sticking with the main blockchains, Solana, Bitcoin, XRP, things like that. If you go down the rabbit hole of these super meme coins, these AI coins, you can make a lot of money. They're making it down in the Crypto Trader Pro live calls, and they're doing all that, right? I do it too. But you can get hung out to dry if you hold on to them too long, because a lot of them are vaporware. All right. There's a lot of money to be made. I know people that made, I made 500% last month. That's, come on, man. Come on. How many of you made a stupid amount of money last month? Because you bought something early before the crowd rushed in. And what's crazy about XRP is the crowd, it actually consists of banks, financial hedge funds, and a lot of retail. Don't get me wrong. But this is incredible. This is a big deal. The government is about to start buying up Bitcoin, the US government. Do you guys realize that? There's a bill right now, and President Trump says he agrees with the bill. And a lot of people say he's going to do it through executive order within 90 days of him coming in next year, stating that he is going to give the Treasury authorization to print money and buy 5% of all the Bitcoin. Now, I'm going to get really real with you right now. That is going to take the price and shove it so far and so fast up into the atmosphere, it's going to make people's heads spin. Because not only is the US government planning on doing this, it means other governments are going to compete. Now, I only have a handful of Bitcoin. I know when the price of Bitcoin skyrockets, what comes next for XRP. I'm going to leave it there. If you want, there's a flash sale of the course. I'm going to teach you I'm going to teach you fundamentals of everything. I'll start you from the beginning if you want with the Bitcoin 101 accelerator and then take you to the next one. You know, if you want to learn about taxings and deeds, I'm about to start uploading right now after this video a ton of new lessons. That's taking off too. There's going to be so much opportunity for you next year. No one's going to have an excuse not to have a lot of money. Okay. But you do need to put in some time and you need to invest in yourself. You can learn all this information for free on the internet. It's up to you if you want a time hack and you want to start now. Because I guarantee you there are a lot of people, and I've seen some emails that say, I wish I would have listened to you when you said, I'm buying XRP at 30, 38 cents, 36 cents. I mean, I was buying it a long time before that too, but on the channel. So the question is, if it goes to $10, would I believe it'll be $12 in sometime in 2025? Would you be happy buying it at $2.30, or maybe if it dips down to $2.10, would you be happy with that? If you bought it today and it dipped down to $1, what would you do? Would you whine or would you go buy more? I'm not telling anyone to put all their money into it. That's the stupidest thing you could ever do. But I will say that you should have some exposure to it. And if it's $100, the education you'll get by starting a crypto exchange, and I'll put a couple down below that I trust that actually sell XRP, and you can take it off if you want and put it onto a different wallet that I trust, that I use. Those links are down below. And you need to use verified links. Those are affiliate links, by the way. They make like $5 or $10 if you sign up. You don't cost, it doesn't cost you anything, but they're verified links. You take those links, go put them in your computer, only use those links. And the reason why is because there are a lot of scammers that make completely fake websites like PayPal or Gemini. And before you know it, you're logging in, and then now they've got all your stuff. They go over to the real site and they just drain all your money. Okay. It's things like that where people just lose lots and lots of money. I mean, I remember losing 18 Bitcoin to just one scam alone. You know, and that was hurt. That back then it was actually worth $250,000. At the time I lost them. So not whining anymore. I just dove in deeper, learned a lot more from my lessons, and made a lot more money. That's how life works if you want to be successful. I hope you got something out of this. I think we're going to have a little bit more of a pullback. However, if we hold this Doji coin on XRP, we should see a pop tomorrow. But probability of that's a little bit light. The probability of Bitcoin hitting 120 grand by January is pretty strong. But that's just a technical analysis. Don't take my word for it. I'm just a dude with a bro hawk and a dream. Hope you got something out of this. The Economic Ninja is out.